Good morning, motherfuckers. It's the All on Me, the morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg, getting back on this motherfucker once again. Yes, twice today. Because at first, if you don't succeed, we try and teach some resilience, or at least demonstrate resilience around here. We try again, motherfuckers. Try again. My apologies. The fucking volume. God, that hasn't happened in a long time. My apologies. God, you guys missed the best fucking show ever, man. That was the best show ever. You missed the big giveaway. You missed all these surprises. God. And you couldn't even hear me. It's been a long time since that happened. I've been usually pretty, I know why it happened. I usually look out for why it happens. And today it just didn't happen. It did happen because I didn't look. Anyhow, we'll do it again, right? I don't mind talking all this shit. This is the thing. Look, I've told you guys, right? I love getting on here. I love inspiring motherfuckers because guess what? Y'all inspire me. And this is my life. Changing up, transformation. I'm not done, motherfuckers. I'm not to the top of my fucking mountain, my peaks. I've been to many. I've been to the top of many fucking big mountains. But I'm not to the top of where I am headed. So for me, getting on this, right, 10 times a day, it'd be a lot. I had to drink a bunch of water and shit. That was a great show. Fuck. Can't believe y'all didn't get to watch it. I guess it was just for me, man. It was just for me today. And it's such a beautiful day. How's your day going? Are you having a beautiful day? I'm up here at the ranch, and yesterday was sunny and warm. There's still snow all over the ground out here. But I've been working on a labyrinth. I've been doing some rock hounding and working on a labyrinth here. And the ground's covered in snow, and I'm trying to level it out some more. It's going to be big, like 30 foot, 30 big, huge circular labyrinth. It's going to be beautiful, man. And so I've been collecting very specific rocks to be able to just install the whole labyrinth. I'm really excited about it. It's kind of like my winter moving into spring project, doing more of the outdoors landscaping. And even in that, it's a spiritual journey, right? Every time I can, I go out, a couple buckets of rocks, big buckets. And so yesterday was sunny, so I thought, well, maybe today I'm going to be able to do some work on it. I wake up this morning and it was snowing. It's cloudy, it's snowing. And so we embrace that too. But I love sharing my message. I almost feel like I can't share enough with you all to bring about true transformation, right? But even on this morning, I feel like, fuck, I kind of failed because that was a good message. Fuck, it was hitting. It was flowing really good, man. I feel bad that I had that technical difficulty with audio. I know what the hell's up with it. Hopefully you can hear me. Look, if you ever don't hear me properly, if you send me a DM, it'll pop up on my screen and I'll see that. I can't see your guys' messages live right now. I probably should. I could put up another computer. But I just want to welcome you guys back to the round two on a Sunday, right? Last week, everybody's all worked up about the spectacle, Super Bowl, watching other motherfuckers work. And what it gets you, right? Whether your team won, whether your team lost, most of y'all, your lives did not change. And so usually that's sort of my criticalness about getting so caught up on the sports and being a fanatic is that it doesn't change our lives. And it's a big price of admission, right? For you to sit around and watch this shit go down. it's a big price of admission. Most of y'all overindulged, you overate, the calories got stacked up, you woke up with a headache, you woke up feeling like shit, and you're not you're not living a millionaire's fucking elite athlete life. Not even even on the staff, or to even be a part of the fucking administrative back office. Most of y'all ain't part of that. But yet you're caught up on it. And it's so what's today? Oh, today's All-Star game, NBA. What about that XFL? Everybody's gonna get on the rocks XFL again. Everything's designed right now to be a distraction in your life. And I'm trying to be a little part of that distraction, right? But enough to light a fire under your ass to tell you, look, go out there and live your best life, right? And the message that I gave earlier that none of y'all heard is like, what if, man? What if you change some shit up? It's scary. It's scary to change shit up, right? Because you find yourself where you're at right now, and it's daunting, right? It's scary. And a lot of times we tell ourselves lies, like it's impossible. It's impossible to go from where you're at to what you dream you could be, because society, things have told you, you know, you're too old, you're too this, you're too that. And that, like, you needed to have made those decisions a long time ago. And all that is bullshit. It's total fucking bullshit. I see people every single day, doing all kinds of transformational things. But what does it take? It takes you being ready. It takes you being at the rock motherfucking bottom to say, I'll do whatever it takes, right? There's even a sense of desperation, right? There was a guy posted up a meme yesterday talking about, you got to hate yourself so fucking much that you just want to do something to change up, right? And I do. When I look back to how I felt about Greg, the drunk motherfucker back then, I hated that motherfucker. He was hurting, right? I didn't value myself. I didn't care about myself because I wasn't taking care of myself. You can't say you care about yourself. You can't even say you care about, if you're a parent, like your kids. You can't say you care about your job. You can't say you care about your family if you're not taking care of yourself. I'm sorry. If you want to fucking go toe-to-toe debating that shit with me, bring it. You cannot say that you care about anything in your life that's like external, family, children, jobs, any of it, if you're not taking care of yourself. Bullshit. You have to learn how to take care of yourself first, because from that, the abundance of self-love, self-care, right? Then you're really taking care of other people, but you're doing it out of this amazing fucking beautiful place inside of us. It's like beyond anything you could ever imagine, because all you're doing right now is sort of like a resistance form of responsibility, right? If you're not taking care of yourself genuinely, and you know what I mean, it's the shit right here. You're not taking time for mindfulness, right? Meditation, prayer, whatever it is that you need to do the mindfulness, right? You're not taking any time to really be active in your life because you're saying you don't got time for that, and that's all bullshit. You're not taking the time to be more disciplined and to figure out proper nutrition, a better, improved nutrition, not just the quick and easy, right? You're not someone that's actually listening to books, right? You don't even got to read the books nowadays. I remember when they first came out with audiobooks, it was interesting because I think it was even on tapes, right? So anything that was on a tape was kind of funny. But nowadays, you can listen to books. If you're someone that has a commute, fuck, man, it's such a great time to listen to books, listen to new knowledge, right? Better than watching the tube, right? Better than watching the tube, listening to a good self-help personal development book with having a notebook there, right? Taking down notes, right? Note takers are money makers, right? But then it's also going out into this world and making a difference. So how many of you even do that, right? It grieves me, right? As someone that it's so important to me to volunteer. I love volunteering. I love being a part of nonprofits, giving of my most valuable resource. I'd much rather be out on a disaster, volunteering for free, for zero, putting my own life in harm's way, being responsible for the lives of others, right? Than sitting around watching other motherfuckers work. Marathoning fucking TV shows. What the fuck? And I'm not saying you can't do that. But again, it's got to be balanced. And it's the balance of what? Mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. I was so grateful this week, right, that I got a message from somebody that I would never think was watching or listening or consuming my content, my message. So the message just came totally out of the blue, and it felt so fucking good. It feels so good when I get messages like this, because the truth is, I don't know. I see the views, right? Some of y'all will actually post a like, post a love, post a laugh, whatever it is. I don't give a fuck. And maybe even make a comment. But I got a lot of people that are invisible. And I know it's because this message is talking to the shadow side of most people. And it's the side that we're ashamed of. We feel a lot of guilt. We feel embarrassed of. But it's there. It's in us. I don't care how much of a goody good you are, right? This message reaches that shadow side of your personality. And so thus, a lot of people stay hidden, right? The unknown. So when I get a message from somebody that is felt down, depleted, dragging ass on a given day this past week, and for some reason, the message that results kill excuses, I'm feeling like shit, but I heard this motherfucker, results kill excuses. It came through in the clutch in that moment, and this person took action and did something amazing for themselves and circled back to me and gave me thanks. God, man. How many of y'all are living a life like that? Right? That your actions, your words are something that people are like, it's a life fucking line. And that's why even if I threw out the first round of this, I'll get back on this motherfucker all day. You guys, I could talk all day about this because I love it. But it was having that person circle back to me, right? And a lot of you, I've told you, I've sent a lot of people personal messages this year. It's been a different thing of really connecting. I know it feels uncomfortable. You're like, what the fuck? Why is this guy sending me a video message? Because we're not used to it. Social media, we want to just have it texting. I'm not a fan of the text. I'm not a fan of texting, right? I like, if there's a way for, even through social media, through technology, for us to feel more connected, video, voice, I think that's superior to the typing shit. One, for some, what autocorrect always, when I go back and read my text, I'm like, I feel ignorant, man. I don't know if it's my thumbs are too big and or the fucking autocorrect is set to like make this dude humble him out by making him sound a little dumb, like he's illiterate or some shit. It's funnier than fuck. But this is my power. This is my zone of genius, is communication like this, where I just press fucking play, man. Let's go. Let's go. Unrehearsed, unprepared. Second message is not going to be the same as the first, right? I was even telling myself, I was like, fuck, man. When I saw you guys start talking about the mic issues after an hour of talking, I'm like, shit. Can I do the same message twice? And the answer is no. But it doesn't defeat me to where I could get back on here just as excited, right? Not feeling like I'm wasting my time, right? And enjoying this process, because even this creates some endurance. It creates a little bit of resilience to say, fuck, the message didn't go right. It didn't go through, technical difficulties. It's all good. Let's keep marching down the field, right? Let's let people know how invested I am in this game called life, because I haven't reached my fucking fullest potential yet. Y'all motherfuckers ain't seen shit. Woo, just wait, just wait. Wow. And I love it. I love it that in this day and age, again, I put y'all on blast. If you're not taking the best care of yourself, right? And that is not being selfish, or maybe it is. Who the fuck cares? See, that's another fucking dumbass negative connotation in this world. You're so selfish. It's not selfish. It's self-interest, which is totally different. And anytime you put self-interest in, right? Interest is something we don't like in terms of finances. Like when you borrow, you got to pay interest because that's what really kicks your ass. But when you put it on yourself and start taking an interest in yourself, guess what? Ooh, that's sexy, man, because you're going to have results. And you're going to actually accomplish the things that you desire, right? Chasing after your dreams, right, is actually going to turn your dreams into reality, right? My therapist this week was telling me, holy shit, are you not proud enough of yourself for what you have accomplished in like a short amount of time? It's incredible how fast and quick the manifestations, transformation has been happening in my life. Physically, like holy shit. Financial, like the abundance, financial abundance, freedom, abundance, right? Feeling just love from all over the place. And then being able to then what? Because I am so focused on improving myself day in and day out, right? It's from that abundance that I then turn around and I can fucking unconditionally love the world around me and not have to change people. I accept you where you're at, but if I can at least speak, if you're open enough to allow me to speak into your life, I'm not going to let you stay where you're at. And I hope you're not going to let me stay where I'm at, because I ain't trying to stay here. Right? And that's the whole fucking message. We get so caught up, like we get so fucking broke on the fact that we're not as young as we used to be. We're not as skinny as we used to be. Thus, we don't think we're as good looking as we used to be, because it's all yesteryear. And we get so hung up on right now. And that's the most important thing, is this is what you got. Make the most out of it, motherfuckers. Make the most out of now. Don't get so caught up on the past, and don't get overwhelmed by the future. And I'm so grateful that I have one of my closest friends, a guy I met serving in the military together, right? He's finally hit that place, that rock motherfucking bottom of saying, I'm ready. And how do I know when someone's ready? Because they start coming after me, right? I had to call him, but I knew in that conversation, I'm like, oh shit, you might be ready. So we set up a follow-up conversation to talk about a program, to talk about a routine, to plug him in, to transform his life. And it's going to be incredible. This man's life is going to change, because here's the thing, right? When you allow yourself to have accountability beyond yourself, it's the DIY bullshit, right? All of us want to do this, do it yourself. We all think YouTube got the answers to all our fucking problems, can help us fix every fucking issue in our life. But yet most of us, if we don't have accountability from the external, from someone that is truly living the life we want, doing the things we want to do, right? Being a great exemplar, then guess what? When you have a tough day or a tough week or a tough stretch, you're going to just give up, because you're like, ain't nobody really know about this shit anyway, so fuck it, right? Fuck it. So you just say, fuck it. It gets too hard. I failed again. But here's the thing, man. The only way that you're not going to succeed is if you give up, is if you quit. And the only way you're going to quit is if you're trying to do this shit alone. But I'm so grateful, right? For one of my best friends on this planet, right? He's finally hit that place to where we set up a call to talk about a program, and I was late to the call, and he called me. That's how I knew. I was like, oh shit, something's different. You're ready. You're really, really ready, because 2 minutes late for me reaching out to you, you're calling me saying, dude, come on, man. Like, are we still doing this? Or is this what, like, you're ready? He's ready. Are you ready? Or are you going to just keep trying to do it yourself? Right? I look at it as like, in this day and age, when we got all the information in the world at our fingertips, right? Everybody thinks they're a doctor. Everybody thinks they're a political scientist. Everybody thinks they're fucking know-it-all, right? And there is some truth to that, right? There is a lot of truth that you can. That's real learning. Real learning is that you start seeking out information. You start researching shit. Not just listening to what other motherfuckers say, but you actually start researching it to learn for yourself. That's an incredible thing. As someone that taught for a few years, right? I'm a teacher all the time anyways. That is an important skill, is that you actually take time to research shit. Don't just believe every motherfucking thing you've been told based on your political affiliation and fucking all this other dumb shit. You've been getting hoodwinked for far too long. But when it comes to improving ourselves, here's an analogy I got, right? In this day and age, I think every adult has had to put something together, right? Whether you're buying this shit on Amazon or a big box store, any of y'all ever put shit together, right? And I think we all can relate to this analogy, because you know the instruction books, right? And you ever gotten into the instruction books and you're like, man, like the parts don't look like the parts. The screws don't really look like the screws. They're very vague, man. It's like, they're not detailed instructions by any means. Most of these things are very vague, different languages, even some of them, like it's very fucking simple. So you'll get to like step 10 and you're like, fuck. I put that part on wrong because I couldn't tell if that was this way or that way. And I got to go back 10 fucking steps, right? And that's how we are, right? You keep trying the shit on your own, right? And you can't figure it out because you've never done it. And I talked about this yesterday, is that if you wanted to improve your health and nutrition, and if you see someone online, you see someone, in your fucking world, at your gym, right? Someone in your circle of influence that has this amazing energy, has a fucking really good physique, seems to really just be living life at their fullest, right? If you were finally ready to ask for help, you would go over to that person, humble yourself and say, hey, man, I really admire you. Excuse me. Hey, I really admire you. I really admire how you're carrying yourself, the energy, the vibe you got. Like, could you help me? And then you got to shut the fuck up and do everything they say. But most of y'all still want the DIY. You're gonna fucking put it together. And even though you don't know how to put it together, you're gonna keep trying shit and failing. And that's not the game for success. Because for a lot of people, especially in this country, right, obesity, being overweight is a big deal, right? But I'll tell you what, if you go to someone, if your only goal is to lose weight, right, you're not gonna succeed. That's a terrible goal to have, right? Because anybody can lose weight, but you're not gonna keep it off. If you don't do what? You got to change your mind. You got to change your habits, because your habits dictate your future, right? And if you just have this habit of doing a crash diet right now, as we're getting into February into March, spring into summer, right? It's crash diet time. Let me try and lose 10, 20, just look a little better during the summer parties, right? It's a broken record, right? And yet there you are trying to figure out the instructions. Any of y'all like me where you're like, you look at the thing that needs to be assembled, and you look at the instructions, and you're like, fuck it, I don't need the instructions. I'm just gonna figure this out. Lo and behold, you gotta go back to the instructions and take apart what you did because you thought it was simple, but you ain't ever put it together. You weren't the designer of it. So, you know, it's just this arrogance to say, I can figure it out. I'm smart enough. I'm an adult, right? I don't need someone to show me how to do this. I can figure it out, right? And that's the perfect analogy for this, you know, self-improvement, right? Is we're super embarrassed at the state of our being. I saw a picture of somebody yesterday, and I totally didn't recognize that person in a really bad way. This person looks really, really fucking unhealthy. And it breaks my heart to see any of you, right, that are just allowing yourself to stay like that, knowing that you can do anything, but you got to sometimes do the number one thing, which is make a decision to say, I'm sick and tired of this. And yeah, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of being scared. Because again, if your number one goal is just to lose weight, is just to get rich, guess what? You're going to look for every shortcut, every quick fix that you can to get to those goals. And nothing's going to really change long term. Long term, that's not sustainable, right? Because this journey, it took me hitting rock fucking bottom. For me to hit my bottom, for me to say, I'm ready, for me to start asking for help, for me to start figuring shit out. And what sucks is in this life, right, there's no manuals. So it's trial and fucking error. It took me 10 years of trial and error to finally master and get to where I'm at now. But it doesn't got to take you 10 years. Because again, I'm someone that has put together the fucking plan. I know what it is to put it together. But if you're trying to figure, if you want to duplicate what I did, which is take 10 years of trial and error, guess what? That's an admirable thing. But do you really want to waste 10 years trying to figure shit out versus asking me for help and then doing what the fuck I say, following the guidance? Because I can guarantee that the transformation, whatever it is guaranteed, and it will start happening 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now. You will not be the same person. But can you look back on the last 2, 3, 4 years and say that your life has gone better by you trying to figure it out? Right? Are you truly making strides of self-improvement, of transformation, becoming a better version of yourself? You ain't competing against no other motherfuckers. The only person you're competing against is who you were yesterday. That's it. And it's just these little decisions, right? It's the little decisions. Right? I've been putting out this promotion, man. I want y'all motherfuckers to get on the bandwagon, purchase the hoodie, start rocking the gear. Every time I'm going around town with the Results Kill Excuses hoodies, it stops people in their tracks. It's a message that has energy on it, and people want to talk about it. They're like, wow, that's a fucking cool shirt. That's a cool hoodie. Where'd you get that? What's that about? Right? There's energy on it. And I know a lot of you are scared to get that because you're like, I haven't lost 100 pounds. I haven't lost the 200 pounds. I haven't become a millionaire yet. That's not what it's about, motherfuckers. Life is about the journey. It's not about the destination. And you have to be willing to reprogram your mindset to realize that the wins are every single day. These micro victories is what stacks up to the ultimate destination, the ultimate dreams becoming a reality. Saying today is the time where you can what? Choose to watch less TV. Choose to be more active. Those are both results. That's wins in your personal life. Doing something improved today versus what you did yesterday. Choosing to journal, choosing to meditate, right? Those are wins, motherfuckers. Those are going to become results if you turn it into a habit. Little by little, day by day. It's not saying that I can't rock a shirt like that. Results kill excuses until I am fucking at the peak performance beast mode of all beast modes that I've always wanted to be. No, you start owning that mindset now, saying, I'm going to stack the wins now, today. That's what you got control over. And so many of us were stuck in the past with the fucking depression, wishing we were the younger version, wishing we were the thinner version, wishing we had less stress and anxiety and responsibility. We could just be more free, right? And then the other ones that you are so caught up in the future. You're caught up in the fantasies and the dreams that you're forgetting that today is the motherfucking day that makes tomorrow the reality you want. Because the same is true. What you eat today is how you feel tomorrow. What you do today is how you feel tomorrow. Right? So when you do things that truly honor who you are, who you want to become, those are the wins. Right? If you make a decision, look, I'm gonna figure out some healthier choices. That's a win. I'm gonna reach out to this motherfucker. Figure out what's a plan. What are you talking about? How can you help me drop 20, 40, 60, 100, 200 fucking pounds? How can you help me? You can guarantee this shit. I can guarantee it. But you got to be ready. And you got to ask for the help. And we're not going to just cut off fucking 200 pounds over fucking night. We're not going to cut off 50 pounds overnight. But the key is you're going to be held accountable. And the key is even when you fail, by being accountable, right, you're going to feel supported, not judged. And it's going to be less of a fucking opportunity for you to just give up. Instead, you're going to get up and get back after it and realize that the failures, it's just not worth it. That investing in yourself is the most important investment you can make. And any of these limiting beliefs that somehow you're old, somehow, if you weren't married or if you didn't have kids, you could go back to school, you could have a better job, you could save more money, you could be richer, you could get more time for the gym. All of that's bullshit. Those are all the excuses, motherfuckers. And if you were willing to allow yourself to have some accountability, which means you got to ask for help, which means you got to be ready to do shit that you ain't ever done before, because that's the only way you get a different result. Hello? The only way you can get new results is by doing new things. And if you ain't ever done the new things, it's scary to do the new things. So sometimes it's important to have someone in your corner, right, that can inspire you, that can coach you, that can mentor you, that can encourage you that you got this, that you can do it. They believe in you. And sometimes you got to borrow someone else's belief in you until you build your own self-confidence. How are you going to build self-confidence? Keeping promises to yourself. The littlest promises. If you know that you need to back up off the vices, drink less, smoke less, right? Eat different, right? It's going to take changing things up. But there has to be a sense of vulnerability there. There really has to be a sense of desperation, right? I seen someone post this yesterday about, I didn't change things up until I fucking hated myself enough. And I was like that. When I think back to that motherfucker there, God, I was so disappointed in myself. I hated myself. I was angry at myself for fucking up. And it sucks when we have that relationship with ourselves. How the fuck is anybody else supposed to love us, care for us, right? If we're so upset and disappointed with ourselves. And that's a whole nother area of mindset that needs to improve. And that's why I'm always telling you, it's all on me. You have to get to improving the relationship with yourself, the self-talk, the self-belief, the self-forgiveness. I couldn't wrap my head around that forever, man. Self-forgiveness? That was probably like 10 years of therapy by itself, just trying to figure out how to forgive myself. How do I forgive myself? You're forgiven. It's like, I don't feel forgiven. I still feel like shit. But that was a journey in and of itself. Was just really starting to realize that, again, these things don't happen to you, right? A lot of us live in this, and it's a real construct of religious dogma of like this judgmental fucking guilt-ridden fucking existence, that everything you do is bad. Everything you desire is bad. That you were born bad, and that the only way you're ever going to be good is you can't even be good because nothing good is in you, that you got to then externalize it into what? A savior. And that kind of trips me the fuck out. Because we psychologically, if we're mentally defeated, we can really run with that ball, man, and fuck ourselves up, hold ourselves back, harm ourselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, because we don't have self-worth. We don't have self-esteem. We don't feel worthy. We don't feel whole and complete unless someone else is in our life, something else is in our life. And it's tough to just accept yourself for who you are, for your desires. Your desires are worthy. As long as it's not like to harm someone else, to manipulate someone else. If you just have genuine desires of success, genuine desires of freedom, genuine desires of love, genuine desires of being able to, how you want to feel, how you want to look. There's nothing shallow about that. That's your existence. Those desires are in there for a reason. But we cover it up with all this guilt, all this shame, all the fuck ups, all the embarrassment. And we hate ourselves because we feel like we're failures, because we feel like we can't turn back the hands of time. We can't go back and undo what has already been done. And that is a huge growth point, is realizing that this life has happened for you, for your growth, for your healing, for your spiritual awakening. It hasn't happened to you. See, so many of us look at it and say, why did this happen to me? This is the hand I got dealt. And it's just this victim negative mindset. And it's not true. These things didn't happen to harm you because you're bad, because you're not good enough, right? To make you feel lesser. No, there's something so fucking empowering to say when you can accept what is, and it sucks when you got to accept the fuck ups. And especially in a society where we say, oh, no one ever changes. That's bullshit. I'm here to prove all you motherfuckers wrong that think that way. Because change is constant. But we do truly need to change from the inside out. And that's why if someone tells you, hey, well, I got a plan for you. You can drop 20, 30, 40, 60, 100 fucking pounds overnight. Let's just cut it right off quick and easy. It's not going to last. Because you didn't do the change on the inside. The mind and the habits dictate everything in the future. And so we're so afraid of embrace true transformation, to say you can let go of who you are today and become better by just making small micro decisions. Instead of watching all-star games and motherfuckers work, right? Listen to a book. Get a fucking notebook. Go to fucking Office Depot. Go Amazon, order a notebook. Maybe it comes midweek. But you start journaling shit. You start writing stuff down. You start listening to content. I was talking to some people this week about money and finances. And there's just this, everyone is so fucking defeated. Especially if you're burning it at both ends and you're feeling fucking just the pressure of inflation and cost and all this crazy shit. That somehow you can't get ahead. There's no way to get ahead. And it's like, dude, you have to change your mindset, your relationship with these things. Your relationship with money has to change. Something as simple as like, I saw something the other day, right? It says, what are things that broke people can always afford? Any guesses? What do people that are scraping by, always stressed about money, what are the things that they can always afford? I mean, I don't know about if there's scientific evidence, but I'm pretty sure there's some truth in this. As I read through the comments, what most people said is alcohol, drugs, and fast food. Those are three things that broke people can always afford, right? Alcohol, drugs, and fast food. Those are three things that broke people can always afford. Why? Why? Can always afford cigs, right? Why? Why can broke people always afford that? Because it's just, it's the fact that those things probably numb the pain the best. The pain and the suffering of being broke, feeling unworthy, feeling insecure, feeling like shit, right? The alcohol, the drugs, and the fast food, those three things, man, fuck. And those are three things you can live without. You can go without all three of those things. And then drastically right there, if you were to have someone to hold you accountable and to encourage you and to show you new ways to deal with and manage that stress, because it's stress. It's the stress that we have to learn healthier habits on how to relieve the stress. Can't just bottle the stress up, because then we explode and then we create even more fucking problems for ourselves, right? And even the alcohol, the drugs, and the food, right, does not relieve the stress. It's just a masking agent. The stress is still there. The pain is still there. The emotional suffering is still there. So you have to learn healthier ways to deal with your stresses, to deal with the things that change your mood. And it all starts internally. This is an internal journey that we're talking about here. And I'm here to help you guys. That's why I can get on here 1, 2, 5, fucking 20 times a day if I had to. I told you, if I only had 7 days to live, right? Most people would say, I'm done working, I'm done this, I'm done that. No, I won't be done anything. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing because I love doing what I'm doing. And this thing here, getting on here, sharing this message, I'd be doing it as much as I could. It would probably be the bulk of my last week of life. I'd be so excited to be like sharing message, giving more information, more content, because this will be able to transcend my life. The message, speaking life into motherfuckers, waking your asses up, trying to inspire you to become a better version of yourself. And that starts by what? Believing in yourself. And a lot of you, if you don't believe in yourself, you need someone that has enough positive, genuine fucking energy that if you don't believe in yourself, you get people that can believe in you. I'm someone like that. And I'm not alone. I'm not the only, right? There's a lot of people out there that genuinely can see the best version of you. They can see your full potential. And they're not you. It's great when you can see your full potential and then act on it. But that just doesn't happen overnight. For some people, maybe, but that's not the majority of people. The majority of people have to start very small and build themselves up. And what's beautiful is that when you actually have someone, a mentor, a coach, a guide, someone that can lead the way, someone that knows the way, right? It's going to accelerate the amount of the speed and the pace that you're able to actually see real fucking deep, genuine transformation in your life. But it's chalking up wins every fucking day, little by little, day by day. And every week that you postpone making a decision, right? You can't have that week back. 1 week, 1 month could literally set you back a year from getting to where you truly want to be. That's the significance of this, right? But here's the other thing. It's just like YouTube, right? Everybody wants YouTube. I go to YouTube for a lot of shit, right? But a lot of people go to YouTube to circumvent paying for somebody that truly does benefit your life. Because all we want is the deal. All we want is fucking free, right? And yes, I put this message out. It's out of the abundance of my heart. I'm putting this content out for free. Don't cost you anything to fucking tune in, listen, maybe find something that's worthwhile to help you improve your life, right? But when it really comes down to the fucking nitty gritty, right? A lot of us are like, I can't afford to do that. I don't want to pay to have someone teach me this or show me that. And that's bullshit, right? Because what's the long-term effects of not taking better care of yourself, right? You're going to be sidelined for what? Weeks, months, years in the hospital, right? Increased healthcare costs, increased copay costs, all kinds of crazy shit. If you don't start taking better care of yourself and doing it now, right? What's that going to cost you? When you're not even able to be mobilized, you're stuck bedridden in your fucking home for a year because you didn't take better care of yourself. And all you had to, like, how do you even put a price on saying, hey, holy shit, I need someone, I'm willing, I'm ready. And even if it costs me, I'm willing to fucking, ready to sign up, right? And you don't just sign up for some bullshit. There's got to be accountability, not only for you to show up and to put in the work, but for the person that's telling you this shit, they got to be accountable to deliver the results and to show you a clear fucking path to how to accomplish the things that you desire. And yet so many people, again, we want it to be free. We want it to not cost us anything because we want what? Quick and easy. We want a pill, right? That sheds the fucking weight, right? And we want to fucking buy a lotto ticket that turns us into an instant millionaire over fucking night. And what if those things are not the option? What if there's no such thing as a magic pill that sheds the weight? What if there's no such thing as a fucking surgery that can take away the weight? What if there's no such thing as a crash diet to drop the 20 pounds in a month, right? What if there's no such thing as a lotto or crypto or whatever other fucking quick get rich quick scheme? What if the real fucking option for your life is one of the most challenging fucking paths forward? But the reality of it is that you are capable of learning and growing and expanding and accomplishing all of your fucking dreams and desires, and even more so by saying yes to the most challenging fucking journey ahead. What if that is the true fucking option in this life? That the quick and easy, the shortcuts, right, are all off the fucking table. And the only option you got is to either give up or get up and accept the challenge before you. And even if you only have just a tiny bit of faith and a tiny bit of belief, but there's a guarantee that if you get up and you start pursuing that fucking challenging journey, that challenging path, obstacles and all, that it will be the most fulfilling, rewarding phase and even conclusion to your life beyond anything you've ever dreamed of? What if that is the reality of this existence? How many of y'all would sign up? Because in my 44 years of life, what I have realized is that's the option. And the cool thing is that even when you sign up for that, I don't want to give you guys some false hope. Everything is not perfect, again, because I said it's the most challenging. Because without challenges, there's no growth. Without lessons, there's no learning. Right? Without fear, there's no fucking courage. All shit that we need. But the cool thing is that the more that you engage, the more that you conquer the fear, the more you overcome the obstacles, the more that you embrace the challenges, it don't necessarily mean it get easier, but shit does start to flow. And you do become someone greater. I ain't that motherfucker no more, and I ain't ever going back. And yet I've had things happen in my life that happens with ease. I've had days where it was like ready to crush me and bury my motherfucking ass. Dark nights of the soul, right? Wishing I had someone to just fucking hold me and let me know everything's gonna be okay. But guess what? I had to hold myself and tell myself I can do this. Don't give up. And then maybe the next day, the next week, the next month, or the next year, everything fucking changed. Breakthrough. And you're like, how is this even possible? This is a fucking dream. This is a dream. This is incredible. All my dreams, I'm realizing it now. And it's hard. It's hard to realize that, holy shit, all the pain, all the fuck ups, all the mistakes, all the guilt, all the embarrassments, for some crazy ass reason, they're all worth it. They're all a part of it. And it doesn't happen to you as if you're bad. It happens for you to transcend, for you to become greater spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Because it's in embracing that and saying, I'm done with looking for shortcuts. I'm done asking for the deals. I'm done needing free for me to sign my name on the dotted line. I'm willing to actually invest. Because I know when I invest, I'm going to value that thing, and I want what? A return on my motherfucking investment, right? You already know when you pay for something, you hold it to a higher motherfucking standard than when someone give you something for free. You take that shit for granted. You already know this shit. When you pay for something, if it break, oh shit, you're gonna hem and haw. But when someone gives you something and something goes wrong with it, you're like, I didn't have to pay for it, so whatever. It's not a big deal. You can get another one for free. That's cool too, but you didn't pay for it. But when you pay for something and it fucks up, you're upset, man. You're pissed. It'll wreck your fucking world, won't it? Right? So when are you willing to invest on you? Not on the shit, not on the stuff, but invest in you. Put in the time, put in the focus, put in the effort, so that in 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now, you don't recognize yourself, because you have become a whole new version of yourself and you feel amazing, right? Because it's not just how you look, it's how you feel. And that's why just dropping the weight, getting the surgery, whatever the fuck it is that we do in this day and age to look better, feel better, the haircut get did up, right? It don't last. So you got to genuinely work on yourself on this journey. Continue to embrace the things that are uncomfortable. Make uncomfortable things your new comfort, and you will be unstoppable. But you have to convince yourself, one, that you're ready, right? And two, that you need help. So again, today, we did this twice. First message, technical difficulties. But I got on here again, right? Probably even reached some new people. So it's all good. It's all good in the motherfucking hood. I'm going to keep getting back on this motherfucker. I thank everybody that's hopping on the fucking hoodie deal. Results kill excuses. Again, you don't have to already embody the results that you desire. It's rocking and signing yourself up, joining that movement that every single day you're going to hold yourself to a higher level of accountability, right? But it's also reciprocity, that if you're getting something out of this message, support it. That's going to be a huge brand, man. Mark my words, that brand, Results Kill Excuses, it's going to be a mega fucking brand. Mega fucking brand. Huge. Huge. Mark my words. You could keep watching. You can keep waiting. Or you can join me and start making shit happen. Because you know the motherfucking drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.